at 10, snow has moved out of Madison, but winter weather is still impacting the roads south and east of Dane County. We'll update you on road conditions if you need to go out tonight. And to many families, the new USDA dietary guidelines are easier said than done. Tips for your family on living a healthier lifestyle in 2021. And the U.S. hits 20 million COVID-19 cases, and the pandemic shows no signs of slowing down. What health experts say we should expect next.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10, and a Happy New Year to all of you. A winter storm is moving through parts of the viewing area, creating some pretty slick roads. We have team coverage tonight with Adam Duxter out on the roads in Rock County. But first, let's get an update on the track of the storm with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary, are we out of the woods yet?
Oh, definitely here in Madison we are. And in fact, most of our viewing area is seeing the snow wind down pretty quickly, if it's snowing at all. The time-lapse from the Edgewater Sky Cam shows some fog early this morning, then just kind of a cloudy day. But watch this little burst of snow that came through. Almost caught us in whiteout conditions for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes as it moved on through, and then just as quickly was gone with light snow. And now pretty much the snow is gone across at least the Madison area. On Doppler track, the snow is winding down over southeastern Wisconsin. Back edge of the snow now from around Jefferson over toward just south of Janesville and north of Beloit, and even that's breaking apart. So I think within the next hour, almost all of the snow will be gone. Will have ended across our viewing area. Visibilities right now are mainly because of some light fog. Visibilities in the 3 to 5 mile range over much of the area. A few places seeing visibilities less than that. And there could be some freezing fog because temperatures are below freezing. Winter weather advisory remains in effect until midnight, mainly for the roads being cleared across parts of southern Wisconsin, south of Dane County and east of Dane County to Jefferson County. High temperatures today, mid-20s here in Madison, but to the southeast, notice Janesville hit 34, and there was some mixed precipitation over southeastern Wisconsin. Now everybody except Milwaukee and Kenosha seeing temperatures below freezing, and by tomorrow morning we'll be down in the middle teens. Look for some fog or freezing fog overnight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will just stay mostly cloudy with a high of 28. Good news is the rest of the first week of the new year looks to be pretty quiet, at least in terms of weather. Now let's take a look at how the roads are down in Rock County. We'll turn it over to Adam Duxter.
Yeah, Gary, it's a lot different than what we were seeing at 6 o'clock tonight when the roads were slick and not yet plowed. And now, depending on where you're at, you will see your road being plowed. Right now, we're taking some of the surface roads off of I-3990 just to show you that the plow hasn't been just about everywhere quite yet. In fact, Public Works here in Rock County says it'll take them a better part of the night to get to every surface road. But as we were just driving on the interstate, things were looking pretty darn good, about as good as you can ask for at this point of the night. We did check in with the Rock County Communications Center, who handles all the 911 calls, cars going off the roads and things like that. And they say they too are pleased with how tonight ended up. Only a couple of cars sliding off the road, but for the most part, a very quiet night. So now it's just a matter of getting all the snow off the roads and making sure travel is safe for everyone.
Adam, thank you. And you can follow the weather in your area by downloading the Channel 3000 weather app. It is available in your app store for free. 2020 may be over, but the coronavirus pandemic is far from it. Wisconsin is starting the new year with more than 1,700 new COVID-19 cases. About 27,000 people in the state have the virus right now. Nearly 500,000 people contracted it in the state last year. 9 more people have died. Sobering numbers on the coronavirus pandemic. Confirmed cases in the U.S. now top 20 million, nearly a quarter of the world's total. Half of America's cases were reported in just the past 2 months. Tonight, the COVID death toll has passed 347,000, and that new strain of the virus that's far easier to catch has now been found in a third state, Florida. That strain accounts for about 60% of new infections in London, and researchers fear it could spread quickly in this country. Daniela Levine-Cava is mayor of Miami-Dade County.
How concerned are you about a more contagious variant out there?
I am very concerned. This new variant, more contagious, just tells us once again that this is not child's play.
In Philadelphia, groups gathered to protest the cancellation of a historic New Year's Day parade, while in New York, deputy sheriffs shut down several illegal New Year's Eve parties. In California, hundreds attended a religious service and protested indoor limitations on churches. 40% of new cases are coming from southern states. In Texas, hospitalization records have been broken at least 4 days straight, up 36% in just the last month. A federal judge has thrown out a lawsuit from a group of Republican lawmakers seeking to force Vice President Mike Pence to overthrow the election of President Trump. Vice President Pence himself asked the judge to throw the lawsuit out. The Senate held a rare New Year's Day session to override a presidential veto. The U.S. Senate delivered the first successful override of President Trump's veto of the National Defense Bill. Earlier, Senate Republican leaders killed a final attempt for a vote on the House bill to give $2,000 stimulus checks to many Americans.
The House Democrats' bill is just simply not the right approach.
This is the last chance to deliver $2,000 before a new Congress is sworn in.
The new Congress convenes Sunday, and it will face its first test just 3 days later, with dozens of House Republicans and GOP Senator Josh Hawley expected to contest the counting of the electoral votes. Those objections are expected to delay but not overturn congressional certification of President-elect Biden's win. While some people were still up celebrating the arrival of 2021 at 2 o'clock this morning, a Madison couple was celebrating the birth of their new baby. Lucas Oriana Carcano was born just after 2 o'clock this morning at SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital in Madison. He is the first baby born at the hospital this year. He's 20 inches long and weighs about 6 pounds. His parents, Selene Carcano and Juan Carlos Oriana, say they're excited and blessed because they weren't expecting him to come so soon. His due date is actually the 11th of this month. So for the first time ever, the USDA has included babies and toddlers in its dietary guidelines. The guidelines provide a foundation for federal nutrition programs for the next 5 years. The department decided not to cut sugar and alcohol intake recommendations. However, the agency now recommends children under 2 should avoid all added sugar. But that can seem like a pretty difficult task for many families. Our Amanda Quintana has advice from a local expert in nutrition. Amanda?
Yes, it seems difficult. Well, the best advice from Megan Tim with SSM Health, she says, make sure your kids eat the rainbow. And that doesn't mean Skittles. It means nutrient-rich foods of all different colors. Each color has its own health benefits. For example, red foods help reduce risk for diabetes, certain types of cancer, and heart disease, while orange and yellow foods promote eye and joint health. Tim has some tips on how to do this.
Add healthy fruits and vegetables into your child's snack or lunches. This can include quick things like dried fruits or even on-the-go applesauce. Number 2, add them to your child's favorite dishes. This could include adding carrots to pasta sauce or canned or frozen veggies into soups.
She said parents should also get kids to be part of this process, maybe letting them choose a new fruit or vegetable every week. Because the more that they're involved in choosing healthy foods as a kid, the more likely they will be lifelong healthy eaters.
Amanda, thank you very much. So this next round of the Wisconsin legislature will bring an even more diverse crowd of lawmakers to the Capitol, but the building itself is nearly the same. The statues, paintings, and pictures, they just don't reflect the work people of color have done in this state. But by this time next year, a committee hopes a statue of the late Vel Phillips can change that. Phillips was the first African-American woman to graduate from UW-Madison Law School, sit on Milwaukee's Common Council, be appointed a judge, and hold statewide office. A long list of accomplishments that started in 1951. Boys and Girls Club CEO Michael Johnson is behind this effort.
I think it does our state a disservice when those that live in the state don't see representation at the state capitol. And I'm optimistic that the chairwoman of the committee, that the legislature and the governor would do the right thing.
The statue needs approval from all of them before it can be built. The first step is later this month on the 25th in front of the state capitol and executive residence board. If they sign off, the project can move forward. Johnson expects it'll cost about $250,000 part of which he hopes the state can pay for, but he's also looking for private donations. So 2020 was a violent year for Milwaukee. The city of Milwaukee set an all-time high record of 189 homicides last year, doubling the number of people killed last year and blowing past the 1991 record by more than 14%. Experts in the city say the pandemic may have contributed to this violence. Several American cities saw an increase in violence this year after years of declining crime rates. The city of Milwaukee also saw a rise in non-fatal shootings. Stay with us. When we come back, a new warning for pet owners. Why some pet food is making some animals sick. We'll share that story with you when we return.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Lazy Boy, with recliners starting at $3.99, and Smith Brothers Amish handcrafted sofas at special New Year's sale prices. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale. Don't miss it.
Now through January 7th, join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 7th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
Hey, got a great deal at Toyotathon.
Got a great deal at Toyotathon.
You too, huh?
Got a great deal at Toyotathon. Yeah. Got a great deal. Okay.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. Yes. Time for you to get a great deal.
Right now, during the final days of Toyotathon, you can lease a new 2021 Toyota Camry for $239 a month. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
It all ends January 4th.
Toyota, let's go places.
Unity Point Health presents things you need to know about healthcare workers. They're real people just like us. They have houses and families, and they like to eat spaghetti. At least I bet they like to eat spaghetti. They care for everybody, even people they don't know. They might worry about getting sick, their family, their patients. Tell them thank you by wearing a mask and social distancing. Thank you, healthcare workers. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news, all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
Waking up to stuff like this should never be a surprise. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn app and be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws our way.
It's the Ayers Furniture New Year's sale with huge savings on quality name brands, including Sealy, with queen-size sets starting at $3.99 and Flex Steel sofas starting at $9.99. Ayers Furniture with free delivery. The New Year's sale ends Sunday at 4.
Hey folks, Saturday morning we'll show you how Madison is ringing in the new year, and Chris Reese will let us know if the weather will be good to take the family outside for the start of 2021. Join us Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Welcome back. With 2020 over, it is a good time to start planning your finances for the new year. Experts say there are some steps to take right now to make sure you don't get a big tax bill later on. The pandemic forced millions of Americans to leave the office. In a recent survey, 53% of people working in their house plan to take a home office tax deduction, but they may not qualify. While stimulus checks are not taxable, unemployment benefits are. Experts say people who collected unemployment need to plan now for how that will impact their tax bill this spring. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says Americans who worked remotely outside their usual city or state may face a different tax rate.
What you need to do is compile the number of days throughout the year that you worked in your primary location, then the days that you worked elsewhere. So you compile those days, then you check where your primary residence is, see what the rules are.
Some workers need to prepare for a smaller paycheck. Payroll taxes that were relaxed for many employees during the pandemic are returning in 2021, which will mean less take-home pay. The FDA is warning pet owners to get rid of certain varieties of a popular dog and cat food that could contain a deadly mold. More than 24 dogs have died and others were sickened from the toxin. CBS's Chris Martinez has more on what pet owners should know.
Several varieties of Sportmix pet food have been recalled for dangerous levels of aflatoxin. The mold-produced toxin has killed at least 28 dogs and sickened at least 8 others.
This is something that can grow on corn, it can grow on soybean, it can grow on a lot of the cereal grains that we use in some of the dog foods.
The affected products were sold online and in stores nationwide. They are Sportmix Energy Plus, 50 and 44-pound bags, Sportmix Premium High Energy, 50 and 44-pound bags, and Sportmix Original Cat, 31 and 15-pound bags. The Food and Drug Administration says the toxin can still be present even if there is no visible mold. Pets typically eat the same food every day, and veterinarians say the toxin can build up in their systems and make them sick. Experts say it's important to know the signs of aflatoxin poisoning in your pets.
They may stop eating and stop wanting to eat. They may develop signs of lethargy, signs of sluggishness. They may develop vomiting or diarrhea. We may see animals start to develop signs of jaundice.
Even if your cat or dog has no symptoms, owners should still seek treatment if their pet has eaten the recalled food.
You need to make an appointment with your veterinarian so that they can screen them for signs of liver dysfunction. We want to be proactive in these particular situations.
There's no evidence of any harm to people, but the FDA suggests washing your hands after handling affected food and thoroughly clean your pet's dishes. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
You can check out the recalled products and their lot codes on the FDA's website and report cases of suspected contamination to the FDA. And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi, who's been keeping track of this snow.
Yeah, and it's pretty much all over with, Charlotte. That's the good news. As far as the snow totals are concerned, the southeastern portion of the state got the heaviest amount of snow, even a little bit more than what we were expecting yesterday. West Bend got 5 inches of snow, Oconomowoc 4.5 inches, Jackson 4 inches, Watertown 4 inches. But here at the station, we're on the west side of Madison. We had 2 inches. Maple Bluff near the Madison airport picked up only 1 inch. And north and west of Dane County, there was very little in the way of snow accumulation. On high-resolution Doppler now, you can see the back edge of the snow pretty much clearing out of our viewing area. Still some light snow showers over Waukesha County and Wellworth County down toward Lake Geneva, but even Jefferson and Rock counties have pretty well cleared out. And there's really nothing upstream. So while we'll see plenty of clouds for tomorrow, we should still see a relatively quiet day with not much, if anything, in the way of precipitation. There could be some fog, though. These visibilities are mainly because of fog. Notice Marshfield down to 3/4 of a mile visibility. We'll expect some fog or some freezing fog overnight, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, winter storm warning in effect for parts of west central Illinois, winter weather advisories for areas south and east of Dane County until midnight tonight. That's mainly for just getting the roads clear now. Some areas iced up a little bit because they had a little bit of freezing rain and sleet mixed in. But as we look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast, again, that potential for fog and freezing fog overnight into tomorrow morning. Then we'll see cloudy skies for tomorrow into Sunday morning before we start to see some sunshine. Dry weather is expected through Wednesday morning of next week, and then we'll see above normal temperatures for next week and probably into the following weekend. On weather track, the storm really starting to shear out because the circulation center is now over northern Indiana, but as that weakens, a new area of low pressure will start forming farther to the east, right underneath the jet stream. So that will kind of take most of the energy away, and the storm will move eastward pretty quickly over the next couple of hours into tomorrow morning. Right now across the upper Midwest, very quiet weather conditions. Skies are cloudy, so that's keeping temperatures in the 20s across most of southern Wisconsin. There are some breaks in the clouds farther to the north and west, and that's where temperatures have dropped into the teens. On future track, you can see mostly cloudy skies overnight into tomorrow morning, into tomorrow as well. And again, there could be some fog or freezing fog. And then as we head into Sunday morning, clouds, but then during the afternoon at least we should probably see some sunshine. That will allow temperatures to get back up to around the 30-degree mark. So again, winter weather advisory for Greene, Rock, and Jefferson County until midnight, although most of the accumulating snow is over with now. For tomorrow, look for a high of 28 degrees with cloudy skies, some fog or perhaps a little freezing fog in the morning. As we look at future track, Notice no precipitation to our west for the rest of tonight, and by tomorrow morning, the fog just kind of fills back in as temperatures drop into the middle teens. The 7 to 10 day forecast, notice dry conditions Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Maybe a chance for light snow Wednesday afternoon into Thursday, but that's now a chance. The snow may stay far enough to our south and west that we stay dry, and then it looks like we'll be dry at the end of the week with temperatures in the upper 20s to the lower 30s, which is at or slightly above normal, Charlotte.
All right, Gary, sounds good. Thank you. When News 3 Now at 10 returns, photos of people working on the front lines of the pandemic have become iconic of 2020. Now a photographer is putting his collection of photos all in one place. Hear his story next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When you have zero worries and zero stress, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Jetta S today with zero down, zero deposit, zero first month's payment, and zero due at signing.
Ashley HomeStore's 72-hour New Year's weekend sale starts now. Save big on our latest styles store-wide, including holiday doorbusters like these, plus interest-free financing for 5 years and a bonus 5% discount off our sale prices. Only at Ashley HomeStore.
Get organized and save big money with help from Menards. ClosetMate has the best in quality, multifunction home organization solutions around that keeps your home neat and tidy. ClosetMate closet kits can be cut to fit any space and are great for hanging clothes and storing accessories. Stop in and pick up an adjustable shelf track wire closet kit right now for just $129.99. Stop waiting and start saving right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day.
7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, we've got you covered.
Visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
When we hear a big storm's headed our way, some of us fall back into bed, some into fresh powder. Spending your day indoors or out, it's all about knowing what to expect. Watch News 3 Now for an accurate first warn forecast so you can plan your perfect day.
At News 3 Now, we've been asking antenna viewers to rescan TVs in order to receive our boosted broadcast signal. If you're still experiencing problems after rescanning, you may need to install a UHF-VHF combined antenna. For more information, please go to channel3000.com.
News 3 Now and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts, simple and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today.
The 72-hour New Year's weekend sale is Saturday through Monday with a special one-day preview sale Friday at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge on top brand appliances, including top brand doorbusters like these. Plus, no interest for 18 months and quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
When you have zero worries and zero regrets, there are zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and use the 2021 Atlas V6 ST Tech 4 Motion today. Zero down, zero deposit, zero first month's payment, and zero due at signing.
COVID-19 brought us hundreds of powerful images in 2020. CNN speaks with acclaimed photojournalist Peter Turnley, who captured emotional images during the COVID-19 crisis in New York City and Paris. The images are being released as a collection in his new book, A New York-Paris Visual Diary, The Human Face of COVID-19.
In the beginning, I didn't have any kind of goal. I was literally existing with my camera. And I met an ambulance EMT named Mike Galloway. And I asked him to tell me his story. And among other things, he told me that he was upset because he didn't think that he and his colleagues had enough PPE. And he said, you know, I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. After about a month, I got a phone call one night from Mike. And he told me that A legendary New York paramedic, Anthony Tony Thomas, had just passed away from COVID. There was going to be a ceremony at a funeral home in Brooklyn, and he wanted to know if I would be willing to come to photograph this ceremony because Mike and his colleagues wanted to give Tony the send-off that he deserved, and I said that would be an honor. Every night at 7 o'clock, many of the nurses and the doctors of Lenox Hill Hospital would come out, and many people from the Upper East Side neighborhood would come and express very heartfelt, large applause and thanks for these essential healthcare workers. This particular night, a car pulls up. One of the young men gets up on top of the car with a microphone, and he starts to sing the song America the Beautiful. And I saw the woman that is in the cover photograph of my book, whose name is Erica. She happens to be from Brazil, has lived in the United States for a long time. She's a traveling nurse. She had left North Carolina to work with COVID patients at Lenox Hill Hospital. As I looked at her, I saw her put her hand over her heart as she listened to this song. And I saw tears in her eyes. And what struck me after I made this photograph is that I feel that Erica's tears are our tears. She cried for all of us that day. When I returned to Paris, this city that I know so well, what struck me were two things. One was the universality of this moment, the feelings and emotion that people in Paris were feeling with each other, the similar kind of solidarity, the appreciation that people felt for the people that were saving their lives, the essential workers. All of this was very similar to what I had seen in New York. What was different were some of the visual reference points. And I would see these Parisians that now, for the first time in literally 3 months, could come and sit outside and not be isolated at home. The Louvre opening for the very first day was incredibly emotional for me. And I saw a young couple that were visiting the Louvre from the Ukraine. They said to me, "Would you mind making us a photograph of us? Because this moment means a lot to us." And I said, "Of course." And they touched their masks to each other's lips in a kiss in front of the Mona Lisa. And I thought that was so wonderfully symbolic of that moment. As I've made these photographs during this period of time of COVID and have spoken to people and have shared their stories, what has struck me has been the need that we all have worldwide to identify with each other. I believe profoundly that we are all members of our human family. Everyone on this earth is my brother and sister. And it is with that kind of love for each other and the recognition of the beauty of our diversity that we can go forward. Thank you.
Well, let's get a quick look at some sports headlines now. Ohio State is playing Clemson in the playoff Sugar Bowl, New Orleans. Right now, Ohio State is beating Clemson 49-28 in the fourth quarter. They seem to be hungry tonight. The winner of that game will play Alabama in the college football championship on January 11th. The Bucks looking for some rhythm in Milwaukee tonight against the Chicago Bulls. It was all Bucks tonight, storming past those Bulls 126-96. The Bucks go on to play 2 against the Detroit Pistons next week. We'll be right back.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale on now. Get top name brands for every room in your house at guaranteed lowest prices. With Serta Queen sets from $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture New Year's sale. Don't miss it.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Right now, you'll get everything from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana with blowout savings, like a Maytag washer for $3.99 and a Maytag dryer for just $3.99. And you'll always get more from the More store, like our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. The Everything's on Sale sale, with more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
To find the perfect treat.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there. Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Now through January 4th, use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $5,200 below MSRP on this Traverse. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
News 3 Now This Morning brought together chefs and owners from struggling local restaurants.
Without assistance, a lot of us aren't going to exist in 2021.
Your holiday helpings are already making a difference, and continued support can help keep these vital community businesses alive. Learn more at channel3000.com. Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way.
2020 has been a year unlike any other.
And as we navigate the holidays, we hope you find joy and comfort
in the smiles of loved ones and the laughter you share.
In the tastes, smells, and sounds that kindle warm memories.
And in cherished family traditions, both old and new.
Here's to those who can't be with us. And until we can be together again, wishing you and yours a happy, healthy holiday season from all of us at News 3 Now.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale on now. Get top name brands for every room in your house at guaranteed lowest prices with power lift chairs from $7.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture New Year's sale. Don't miss it.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights at 10:35 on News 3 Now.
The coronavirus pandemic could not stop one popular New Year's Day tradition in Milwaukee. Dozens of brave souls splashed into Lake Michigan for the annual polar bear plunge. The charity event has been going on in the city for years now. The Milwaukee Fire Department was on the beach just in case any of the polar bear plungers got into some trouble. Despite the cold and the choppy water, they say everyone took the plunge safely. Rather brisk and refreshing, I imagine.
Not for me.
Not for me, Gary.
Thank you very much. Well, the snow is winding down over southeastern Wisconsin. That'll be gone over the next hour or so. Visibilities, though, might drop off with some fog or freezing fog overnight, but the weather will be quiet for the weekend.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Do something good, be well, and have a great weekend.